Hey, what's up guys? Ryan with RG Tech here. Today, I'm going to bring you the long-awaited Lian PC-V33B review. God, it's been way too long. So let's get right into it. Here she is in all her glory. This was provided from overclock.net, courtesy of the hardware review program. I want to get that out of the way first. Today I'm going to be bringing you an X99 build into it. I'm going to be moving my primary rig over into it, using it more of a test bench setup, more of a dual purpose kind of thing, but I think it's going to suit me well until I can figure out some sort of a secondary platform to go with. So without further ado, I'm going to cut to a time lapse and I will then talk about some insides of the case, some specifics, close-ups, some good pan shots and things like that, and then I'll show you my completed build. So without further ado, let's do this.
Alright, let's run down the specifications of the PC-V33. Comes in three different trims, the WX, A, and B models. WX is going to feature your tempered glass, A is going to be silver, and then the B is going to be the anodized black aluminum. It is a mid-tower chassis with dimensions of 334 millimeters wide, 352 millimeters high, with a depth of 390 millimeters. Again, it's made out of aluminum, weighs about 4.1 kilograms, or about 9 pounds US. It supports ATX motherboards, micro ATX motherboards, which I have mounted here, or mini ITX. As far as fan support, it does support two 120mm fans in the front optionally. It does include two 120mm fans, one in the top bay, one in the lower bay, and it supports a normal ATX power supply of about 300mm in length. As far as video card length, it supports up to 330mm, with a CPU cooler height maximum is 190mm. As far as the side panels is concerned, they are held in by push panel design. The construction of the side panel is the same thing as the rest of the case of the black anodized aluminum. I would have liked to see a little bit more support for the magnetic dust filters on the side. Moving on to the rear of the case, there are two thumb screws, not capacitive thumb screws like you're seeing in most modern day cases, that will let go of the hood, which coincidentally, when you move the hood forward, you will see that the front IO will actually cause a little bit of stress on the wire management. So give a little slack on that. Moving to the inside of the case, you're going to see that the rear case fan has a black grill already included, followed by 7 vented brackets for your expansion slot. As far as the basement is concerned, you do have support up to 4 3.5-inch or 2.5-inch drives. Would have liked to see a little bit better support in terms of hard drive compatibility and installation. I think Lian missed the ball as far as quick release or quick installation. Had they just flip-flopped the way that the big and the small holes orient, I think that would have been a little bit better design in terms of ease of installation. Instead of me having to physically pull the entire unit all out to install a hard drive, I could have just slipped it into place once I had my cables installed. So I guess that's a little bit of a miss on Lian Lee's part.
Alright guys, so I decided instead of showing you my completed build to kind of voice my frustrations with the hard drive mounts and ultimately the side panels. So first up is going to be the hard drive mounts, which I have a Samsung Evo 500 gigabyte 850 drive mounted on here already. Well, I want you to take notice to this right here. So these mounts here, which I got a little frustrated about, because if you look at it, these should be flipped up. So the bottom should be on the top and the top should be in the bottom. So small should be in the bottom, so you would naturally slide this in. So if I pop this Evo out, which is not the right way, but so you can see I have it, out of focus. I have it correctly positioned, and if I was going to slide it in, 2 of the 4 goes in no problem. However, we're missing the mark on this one right here. So I think these should be on the bottom and vice versa. That's part 1 of my frustration. 2, it is going to be for your side panels here. It probably is just for aesthetics, but they were just simply glued in. Yeah, it holds. It does a good job. You can blow it out with air, no problem. But I think we missed the mark as far as an opportunity to put in magnetic dust filters in. So end users can wash them and do a little bit less wear and tear on the side panel as far as that's concerned. And it's already made of metal. It's going to stick with magnetic filters anyway. So if I was going to do anything about it, that's what I would improve upon. So in conclusion, if I was going to give it any sort of rating, it would be 4 to 5 stars, half point for each of those items that I mentioned earlier as far as docking them. But overall, it's a decently easy case to build in. It only took me about an hour and a half to build in, and that kind of flew. I didn't really need to worry about where my GPU was going. It was pretty straightforward, and in this configuration, it makes it really easy to do wire management and have good lighting, and it's a good case for a modder slash tech enthusiast to be able to swap in and out parts. So is it a little pricey? Sure. I think we'd be able to sell a little bit more at maybe a $149 price point instead of a $200 price point. But maybe in the future we'll be able to see some of those prices come down. So again, don't be afraid to give me a like, share, comment, subscribe even. Thanks again. See you in the next one.